Hello and welcome back to Coffee Collaboration from Seattle Coffee Gear. With me, your host, Clementine. This week we're going to be making something really crazy for you. It's called Neapolitan brew. This is a Neapolitan brewer. You can get one on our website if you feel like it. And they're kind of cool because they're also known as the flip and drip brewer. Not to be confused with a rip and dip experience. The flip and dripper. So it's interesting because you actually have to flip the brewer over mid-brew in order to finish the job. So it's an interesting process in itself, and you really don't see it all that often. But here you go, it exists, and here we go. We're gonna make it right now. So let's take this puppy apart, breaking it down. This lid currently serves no purpose, but it will in the future. Take that off. This is gonna be where we boil the water. Okay, and then this is the filter section. So this is gonna be where we're gonna put the coffee. And then this here, when we do flip the brewer over, is where the coffee will finish its job, and this is where it's gonna end up, and then the lid's gonna pop itself right on there, just like that. Tiny little coffee pot, tiny little carafe. So there you go. Okay, so how do you make a Neapolitan brew? It's similar to any other stovetop brewer in that you use your stove to brew it. So step number one is you're going to turn on your heating source. So the next part, and this is actually kind of tricky, you're going to fill water up right before this little hole. So you don't want any water to surpass that point, but that's also going to be the point of indication that lets you know when the water is boiling. So you want to leave enough space inside of your coffee or your water reservoir for steam to escape. So, all right. In other words, fill up this cup with water until you get to the hole. Okay, the next part of the process is you put your ground coffee right into this holy area. So, fill her up. And you're going to want to use a level of grounds that is not quite to espresso level. So not like a mocha pot, not like what you'd put in a mocha pot, not like what you would put in a French press either, more similar to drip coffee level. And then you top it off with this guy. Okay. It's interesting, the coffee doesn't come out of the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that. But that's also going to depend on your grind level. So you kind of know if you're doing it right if your coffee falls at the bottom. Okay, insert that guy right up there. And this you insert upside down right over the top. Okay, so at this point you're just going to let it sit and you're going to let it boil. It's going to take about 6 minutes, approximately. And you'll know when it's ready. Again, water will start to escape out of this little hole, and steam will pop out. So much like a teapot, you'll know when it's ready. All right, so we'll be right back. Okay, so you can see now that water is just kind of starting to come out. Wow, it's like a little dancing show on the stove. Okay. Cool. Turn your stove off. And then this is where the flip and drip method gets its cool name. So you flip it and you flip it. Okay. So what's happening now is that all the water that we heated up is filtering through the coffee. You might have noticed that the filters that we have on the inside had holes on the top and the bottom, and that's important so that the water can pass through. It can extract the coffee and then pull through the bottom into your carafe. So you do want to wait another 5 minutes just to be safe for all the water to pass through and come out the bottom. But yeah, so we have officially flipped and it is now dripping. We'll be right back one more time and then we'll be ready to try it out. Okay, so once you've let your brewer sit for a little while, you can take your water reservoir cuppy thing off, and then you can also take off the filtration compartment. It's still dripping a little bit, but you can see most of it's kind of gone through. I'm gonna put that in here. Okay, and then it's actually kind of nice for traveling and stuff because it's so small and it's enough for one person or even two if you put enough milk in. And I do like it with milk. So the way I like to make this is I put the milk in first, and I put actually a fair amount in. It's almost like a macchiato, but it's not going to be the same because you don't get the crema that you get with espresso, so it's just not as thick. And it's not really going to layer in the same way, but still pretty. It's pouring pretty slow, but there is actually a good amount in there, so pro tip, that's kind of a misleading flow rate. Just takes a minute. Alright. So we've still got about half the pot in there. You could share it with a friend if you want. I don't have any friends, so this is all for me. Just kidding. Okay. Alright, so let's give it a try. I'm thinking it's going to taste like coffee, but we'll see. That's really good. It does have a distinct flavor, which is really interesting. By the way, in case you don't know, if you slurp coffee, it'll cool down as it passes through your vibrating lips into your mouth. So that helps if things are really hot. And it tastes really good. It actually tastes really delicious. Just the right amount of milk for me. You can see at the bottom here there's kind of some residual grounds that have gathered at the bottom. They're very, very small. So I think it's got kind of a stronger flavor. And it just tastes like a home-brewed pot, in my opinion. It's not like super polished. It's got a real homemaker kind of a vibe. So yeah, thanks for stopping by today and trying out this Neapolitan coffee with me. It comes in a few different sizes, so you don't actually have to get the super small one if you want to have more coffee than that. But yeah, so I think it's pretty fun. Thanks again for stopping by. Be sure and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And even if you don't want to, I'd encourage it anyways. And have a fantastic day. So, okay, thanks again. Bye.